Welcome to today's training on menu substitutions in long-term care. Residents have the right to make food choices and refuse foods they do not want. Our responsibility is to ensure that any substitute foods remain nutritionally adequate, safe, and compliant with physician orders and therapeutic diets. Today we will review policies, procedures, documentation requirements, and practical examples to help staff make appropriate menu substitutions. This training video is provided for educational purposes only and is intended to offer general guidance regarding menu substitutions in long-term care and group home settings. Policies, procedures, regulations, and operational practices may vary between facilities, organizations, states, and licensing agencies. Staff should always follow their facility's current policies and procedures, physician orders, dietary guidelines, and regulatory requirements. If questions arise regarding menu substitutions or resident dietary needs, consult your supervisor, food service manager, registered dietitian, or other qualified healthcare professional. By the end of this training, you should feel comfortable determining when substitutions are appropriate, selecting suitable alternatives, documenting changes properly, and ensuring resident safety while honoring resident preferences. At the end of this training, you will be able to explain when menu substitutions are appropriate, identify acceptable reasons for substitutions, select nutritionally comparable alternate foods, maintain compliance with therapeutic diets, document substitutions correctly, protect residents from food allergies and intolerances. Food is one of the highlights of the day for many residents. Allowing reasonable substitutions improves quality of life and resident satisfaction while ensuring residents continue to receive the nutrition they need. Menu substitutions matter. The benefits of menu substitution include: supports resident rights and preferences, improves meal satisfaction, prevents missed meals, maintains nutritional intake, accommodates religious and cultural practices, supports medical and therapeutic diets, and reduces food waste. Residents always have the right to refuse food. Staff should never force a resident to eat a menu item. Instead, we should offer reasonable alternatives that meet their dietary needs and maintain nutritional adequacy. Residents have the right to refuse any food item, request alternate foods, express food preferences, receive meals consistent with dietary orders, and be informed about available alternatives. Substitutions may occur for many reasons. Sometimes a resident simply dislikes a food. Other times a food item may be unavailable, improperly prepared, or unsafe to serve. In all situations, we must ensure the substitute remains appropriate. Acceptable reasons for menu substitutions include resident refusal, religious preferences, cultural preferences, food allergies, food intolerances, therapeutic diet restrictions, menu item unavailable, supply shortages, improper preparation, food spoilage or contamination, and emergency situations. A good substitution is not simply any available food. It should closely match the original item's nutritional value, texture level, and therapeutic diet requirements. Every alternate item should be nutritionally comparable, provide similar calories, provide similar protein, match the prescribed texture, follow therapeutic diet restrictions, avoid allergens and intolerances, and be acceptable to the resident. The goal is to replace foods within the same food group whenever possible. Replacing chicken with another protein food makes nutritional sense. Replacing chicken with chips would significantly reduce protein intake and nutritional quality. A substitution must never violate a physician's diet order. Before serving an alternate item, verify that it complies with the resident's prescribed therapeutic diet. Texture compliance is critical for residents with swallowing difficulties. A resident on a pureed diet should never receive regular texture foods, even if they request them, unless their diet order has officially changed. Food allergies can be life-threatening. Staff must always verify ingredients and avoid cross-contact when preparing alternate foods. Food allergy safety is a critical part of meal service in long-term care. Staff must always verify residents' food allergies and intolerances before serving meals or making substitutions. Ingredient labels should be carefully reviewed to identify potential allergens, and precautions must be taken to prevent cross-contact during food storage, preparation, and service. Common allergens include milk, eggs, peanuts, tree nuts, soy, wheat, fish, and shellfish. Following these safety practices helps protect residents from allergic reactions and ensures meals are served safely and accurately. When a menu item cannot be served or is refused by a resident, an approved substitute should provide similar nutritional value, portion size, and dietary compliance. For example, grilled chicken may be replaced with baked fish or a turkey patty, mashed potatoes may be substituted with cooked rice or soft pasta, and a fresh apple may be replaced with apple sauce or canned peaches packed in juice. Likewise, milk may be substituted with yogurt or soy milk, and whole wheat bread may be replaced with whole grain crackers or a dinner roll. Using nutritionally comparable alternatives helps maintain adequate nutrition while respecting resident preferences and meeting dietary requirements. These examples demonstrate substitutions that maintain similar nutritional value while meeting resident preferences and dietary requirements. The menu substitution process begins by identifying the need for a substitution, such as a resident refusing a meal, a menu item being unavailable, or a food item becoming unsafe to serve. Staff should then review the facility's approved substitution list or consult the registered dietitian if needed. Before serving the alternate food, staff must verify that it complies with the resident's prescribed diet, texture requirements, allergies, and intolerances. The substitute meal is then prepared and served, and the substitution is documented on the menu substitution log, including the reason for the change in staff initials. Any recurring shortages or substitution issues should be reported to the food service manager for follow-up and inventory planning. Following a consistent process helps ensure substitutions are handled safely and correctly every time. All menu substitutions must be properly documented to ensure resident safety, regulatory compliance, and quality assurance. Documentation should include the original menu item, the substitute food served, the reason for the substitution, the date, and the staff member's initials. If approval from the registered dietitian or other qualified healthcare professional is required, this should also be recorded. All substitutions should be entered on the menu substitution log and retained for at least 30 days for auditing, monitoring, and review purposes. Documentation protects both the resident and the facility. Accurate records demonstrate that substitutions were appropriate and nutritionally adequate. A simple substitution log allows the facility to monitor patterns, identify inventory issues, and demonstrate regulatory compliance. Communication prevents mistakes. Everyone involved in meal service should be aware of approved substitutions to ensure residents receive the correct foods. The registered dietitian plays an important role in ensuring that menu substitutions are safe, nutritionally adequate, and consistent with each resident's dietary needs. The dietitian may review and approve substitution requests, especially when they involve therapeutic diets, food allergies, intolerances, or special nutritional concerns. The dietitian also develops approved substitution guidelines, monitors patterns of substitutions, evaluates their nutritional adequacy, and provides education to dietary and direct care staff. Through regular review and oversight, the registered dietitian helps ensure that residents receive meals that support both their health and personal preferences. The registered dietitian serves as a resource for ensuring substitutions remain nutritionally sound and consistent with residents' dietary needs. Tracking substitution trends helps identify opportunities to improve menus, purchasing practices, and resident satisfaction. Common mistakes to avoid when making menu substitutions include failing to follow the resident's prescribed diet order, overlooking food allergies or intolerances, serving foods with the wrong texture, and selecting substitutes that are not nutritionally comparable to the original menu item. Other common errors include failing to document substitutions, not communicating changes to kitchen or care staff, and neglecting to review ingredient labels for potential allergens. By carefully following facility procedures and approved substitution guidelines, staff can help ensure resident safety, nutritional adequacy, and satisfaction. Most substitution-related errors occur because staff skip one of these important steps. Following policy consistently helps prevent these mistakes. The key takeaway from this training is that menu substitutions should support resident choice while maintaining safety, nutritional adequacy, and compliance with dietary orders. Every substitute should be nutritionally comparable to the original menu item, meet texture and therapeutic diet requirements, and avoid allergens or intolerances. Staff should follow approved substitution guidelines, communicate changes promptly, and document all substitutions accurately. By following these procedures, facilities can promote resident satisfaction, protect health, and ensure compliance with regulatory standards. Successful menu substitutions balance resident preferences with nutrition, safety, and regulatory compliance. Following these principles helps ensure high-quality resident care. Thank you for participating in this training. Menu substitutions are an important part of resident-centered care. This training material is for educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional certification or state-required food service. Always follow your organization's policies and local health department regulations. Don't miss out. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. We've got more awesome content coming your way. Stay tuned.